The livestock and meat industries, like many others, fell victim to the economic impacts of COVID-19. Between January 13th and April 20th, we saw feeder and live cattle futures prices drop by 30%. Subsequently, feeder cattle cash bids fell in South Carolina, leaving producers scrambling to find other means of selling their animals. The options became to hold animals, liquidate, or get involved with other direct marketing. By April, beef processing facilities were closing to protect workers from the virus, which further backed up the supply chain. Local auctions remained open, but were limited to specific bonded buyers and sellers. With beef prices and empty grocery store shelves on the rise, one solution was direct sales between the local farmer and consumer. This created another problem: local processing capacity, primarily in the beef market. When the spike in demand for local direct market beef first occurred, South Carolina processors were backed up about 3 months with orders. Demand took hold and quickly extended the line to get beef processed. The same processors quickly became backed up as far as spring of 2021. The good news is, since the initial price drop in January, we are seeing recovery. U.S. beef and pork exports are down about 0.5% compared to this time in 2019, which points to the fact that our export markets remain intact. Domestically, the U.S. is consuming meat products where we were before in all sectors other than restaurants, which have seen volume decrease with people eating out less. The cattle markets have been tied to the overall movements of the U.S. economy, which is slowly recovering. When the U.S. economy slows, there is less money in the pocket of the consumer. When the consumer has less money, they tend to spend less on beef. Domestically, we have slowed in our purchases of beef and have begun to lean more on substitutes such as pork and poultry. There are still several variables that have the potential to have market impacts, including the upcoming election, recovery from COVID-19 and the development of a vaccine, and the global effects COVID-19 will have on our larger export markets such as Mexico and China. If we take a look at October 2020 feeder cattle futures, for example, we can see the market has recovered about 20% of the drop that occurred between January 13th and April 20th. This is a good sign. Even though COVID-19 has hindered our ability to meet face to face, it has not stopped us from delivering unbiased, research-based information to our stakeholders. The virtual Beef Marketing Outlook series kicked off on August 18th with the Beef Market Outlook. This was the first of a 5-part series that will conclude with a panel discussion of market trends at 7 p.m. on October 15th, where the presenters from the rest of the series will be available to answer your questions. For more information or to register, please contact me or visit the Clemson Extension events page.